Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Davis with the Oh Hey That's Cool channel. And today we're going to be going through and we're going to be designing an iPad Air 3. Like it's going to be a just an iPad tablet stand. It's going to be something I can lean it up against. I kind of have a design plan already figured out in my head. So let's get going.
What's going on, guys? This is Davis, and today, yeah.
Why?
180 degrees. Apparatus that I made. Maybe pretty close. It's at least symmetric.
We're going to start by creating a new assembly. Now I'm probably not going to use more than one part in this, but I've got the option to if I need it. So I think how I'm going to start this off. Yeah, so I'm going to do, so I'm going to make a new part. We're going to call it iPad stand. Okay. Just going to place that down there. And we're going to go up here and we're going to start a new sketch. And I think we're going to go for this plane here, just a side plane. So now I'm just going to draw out the general shape I want it to take. Let's go, okay, so what I'm kind of thinking is I want it to go something a little bit like this. Let's make it a 0.15 inch. And now I'm going to go through and draw a reference line here. I'm not going to actually use this, but I just want to set the angle. Let's go right there, and we're going to go for 120 degrees. No, we're going 160. There we go. Kind of see why I want to do that later. Now, I'm going to go, and we're going to make this off at a 90-degree angle. So let's set that. We're going for 90 degrees. And I'm just typing 90, pressing enter. Just going a little bit quick here, but okay. So next thing I'm thinking is we're gonna go, oh, I can't do that. Something a little bit like this. Give us a little bit of a dimension. 0.05. Okay. Now we got a little bit of thickness here. And I'm gonna send this not straight back. We're gonna make an arc here. Now the exact, go a little bit something like this, and a little bit something like this. End up with a little something like this, and then I'm just going to take this line, pull it back to yay-ish, and then we're going to set this up here. That is going to actually, let's measure between there. Okay, whatever. How tall this is actually going to be for the actual base plate for the iPad. Now, for this, we got to kind of decide where do we want it most of the time. Are we going to have it in portrait mode, or are we going to have it in landscape? Thinking for my use case, probably more landscape. Grab a little tape measure here. So what we're looking like for a length in the landscape, it's looking about 7.5, 8 inches, right? So I'm thinking probably about half that, 4 inches. That should be God's plenty. We're gonna go with 4 inches. 4, and there we are. Now that looks absolutely huge compared to this, but we're gonna improve this a little bit. Now, as you can see, this is going to end up being an issue. We're going to set the iPad on here, and it's going to fall off. It's going to fall right off because there's nothing there to hold it. So let's go through, and we're going to create a little ledge. We'll going for just like this, just like this, and just like this. Okay, got that. We're gonna go right here. We're gonna trim that line out of there, and I want to check what dimensions we've got going on here. 0.127. So now if I take this iPad within the case, I'm gonna guarantee, oh, I can't guarantee this, but I'm willing to bet this is gonna end up being much thicker than that. Yeah, so we're looking at about 0.5 inches, so I'm gonna go 0.7. Just to kind of ensure that we'll be alright here. Whoops, okay, delete that there. Now it should select easier. This guy. Nope, not that guy. That guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. And we are going to take and move this here. Just gonna move it right over here. Done. Which I'm kind of surprised it didn't cause more for issues, but I think we're good. I'm gonna go trim this line here. First we gotta delete any of these here definitions. We're gonna trim this line here. We're not gonna trim this line here. We're just gonna throw a line over it. Same exact angle. And we're gonna go with 0.6 inches. Just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna grab these back here. Grab these guys here. And we're gonna go move base point. And we're gonna select right here as the base point. And you'll see why in just a second. We'll drag it right up here and it'll snap right in place. Just like that. Okay, I've got a plan. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna trim right here and right here. I'm gonna delete those two lines and we're going to go through and we're gonna make another arc right here. We're gonna do the same arc deal, not nearly as far though. Something more along like that. Make it nice and tangent. And if I can get this to smooth out, I'm going to, but I don't have much faith. Much better. There we go. Much less abrupt. We're going straight back from there to yay. Actually, no. To yay. To yay. To yay. Let's go start from the top here. And we're going to throw an arc up here. Actually, we'll round that out with a fillet. Throw a line right there. We're going to make this 0.15 inches. 90. Lock it in at 90. And then we just change the length. Perfect. Just like that. Oh, wait. That's not exactly what I was looking for. Oh, you know what? We'll round that out with a fillet too. Perfect. Yeah, that'll work. So we're going to bring this line back to here, and we're going to close that sketch out. So this sketch is complete, and the actual back rest portion of it will be the next, no, probably not the next step. So we're going to go through, finish that sketch, and we're going to take the sketch, and we're going to click here, we're going to go extrude. Okay, I'm just going to stick with that actually, I don't care. Okay, and how wide exactly do we want to make this? Well, if we take a look at this, I kind of want the actual width of it to be about 2/3 of the tablet. So if I pull out my tape measure here, give it a quick measure, we see that in landscape mode, the width of, including this case, is 10 inches. So in the effort to conserve print time, because my printer isn't all that big, we're gonna skip that and we're gonna go for 5 inches. So we're not getting quite the 2/3 that I was looking for, but it's gonna do plenty good for us. Now we've got this brand spanking new object here. Oh, it's fancy. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna make it 2 offset planes here. We're gonna go offset from plane, and we're gonna go right here Bam, and we're going to set the offset a negative 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to go erase that, negative 0.75 inches, done. And there we go. Got a plain offset from that face there. Well, we can prepare for that. Let's make a mid plane here. And we're going to select that face and this face to create a plane in between those two planes. I know, it's incredible. So now we're going to go ahead, take this sketch here, and we're going to start another sketch from it. Okay, so we're in this sketch relative to the first plane that we created. And we need some way to, we're going to take this from here, create that. Okay, so in order to make that decision, we're going to go right here, select that. We'll go with a good, we'll go for 1.5 inches. I think that'll be fine. And then we're going to, sure, we'll go midline. Here, here, and then we're going to go here, 0.2 here, then we're going to go here, and we're going to go right here. So now we've got a little bit of a leg here. We're going to go through trim this part of the line, and there you go. Kind of see the leg. I'm going to fill this line in so that it completes the loop. I'm going to select OK to get rid of that tool, and now we've got a nice little foot here. Now I am thinking that we're probably going to want to fancy this foot up a little bit, so I'm going to go through, make some arcs, kind of make that tangential, there we go. And we're going to go back. Plus more surface area. Oh, wait, I don't know if I got that tangent, but it's close enough. More surface area does result in a more stable object. Trim. There we go. Muy bueno. So we're going to finish that sketch. Go here, go there, and we're going to switch this around to the other way. Obviously, we don't want it 5 inches. I'm thinking an inch is going to be God's plenty. Actually, you know what? Not even an inch. 0.5 inches. Bada bing. Bada boom. Perfect. Okay. Now I said we made this plane earlier for preparation for this next step here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to grab this here leg and we're going to mirror it over to this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the mirror tool up here, select mirror, select the features, this mirror here. We're going to select a mirror plane, going for this plane, and we're just going to hit OK. Bam, done. Now I'm going to hide these planes so that they aren't obstructing what we're trying to work on here. Hidden. Okay. So now we're going to go through and add a little bit of styling. And these, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I just call them fillets, right? I'll show you exactly what that does. Bam, just like that. And we're going to go through, we're going to add a little one here, add one here, and look at that. That's freaking gorgeous. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, and I accidentally selected this leg here, but that is a-okay. So I'll probably end up doing that anyway. There we go. Now let's go through, and we'll do this leg, this section, this section. Okay, that looks pretty good. This section, this section, this section, this section. We're just going to apply periodically as we go, just so if something happens I don't lose my progress. Been there, done that too many times, so we'll try to avoid it. Fill it. And we're going to do this. Here, here, here. And yeah, that was all that I wanted to do with this size. Apply. And we're going to go down to 0.05. To do the rest up here. Gonna go here. Bam. Put a nice little thing. I was gonna cut out a little chunk there, but I don't think that'll look bad, so we're gonna leave it. Bam. And I don't think I can do that here because it'll be way too thin. Yeah, we're not gonna do it there. What we are gonna do is stack there. And what we are gonna do this up here. Bam, 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 bam. Apply. I think I want to go through and make some slight supports in here. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to make another plane, and we're going to do another mid plane. Mid plane is my favorite type of plane. I sound like a complete and utter weebo talking about my favorite type of plane, but it's true just because it has so many diverse uses. And we're going to start a sketch in this plane, and it puts us like this, which is a-okay by me. And we're just going to go, and I'm going to project geometry, so we got access to those lines, and I'm just going to go make an arc, just like that. And if we go up here to the offset tool, it'll automatically create us a new arc, just like that. And it's not quite perfect, but really easy way to fix that. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go through line, connect, and we're going to close this loop. Now that's something very important when you're working in Inventor, is that you need to make sure that you close those loops, otherwise it's not going to complete the sketch. And for this, I'm going to make it go symmetric in both directions, and we're going to go with 0.1 inches. Just a nice little support. Bam. Just like that. Okay, and to complete this, we've already got access to the mid plane there, so we're just going to go ahead, turn the visibility off for that plane, and we're going to select the mirror tool once again, and we're going to select this feature here, mirror plane, mid plane. Okay, and now we've got supports on both sides. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make some kind of a slot right in the middle here, just to save on plastic, maybe give it a little bit more design. So we're going to go right here, create a sketch on the front face. And up here in the tools, and I'm thinking that we're going to need to create some preliminary measurements for this. So I'm just going to go this, just very rudimentary for finding our spot here. Just going to do this, and again, none of these are going to be on the final version of the sketch. Let's go here. We need to go for an inch. 1 inch for 1 inch. There we go. Because I just realized you have to calculate for the actual part of the arc. And we're just going to go through and make it something about like that. The finished sketch, we're going to extrude, and what we're going to do is we're going to select delete, cut, and then we're going to go through all. Okay. Now it's about perfect. We're going to go through, make another fillet. I feel like I'm probably saying that wrong, so, you know, just call me an idiot, but that's probably true. Okay. There we go. I think that'll probably end up being our finished project. Now let's move on to actually 3D printing it. Okay, to 3D print it, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to here, we're going to go File, we're going to go Print, and then we're going to go 3D Print Preview. And that'll pull up this. I typically don't worry about it. And I just leave all this to stock. I'm going to go OK. And then we're going to go up here on the right option, Save Copy As. And we're going to call it iPad Stand. Alright, next up is we're going to need the 3D printing application. Load. iPad Stand. Open. Yes. Ignore. And there we have it, all loaded up in the program. Now we have to kind of decide what is going to be the best and most productive way to print this object. Now this, as you can probably imagine, is going to wind up being very inefficient, because we're going to need to build a bunch of supports all the way up and along this area here, all the way up in here, just to support the actual plate itself, and we don't want to screw with that. So what I'm thinking is we're probably going to want to make it about flat to this face here and these feet. So we're going to go up here, rotate, plus 90, nope, minus 90, plus 90. Okay, that's close. Move. Nope, 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 nope. We're gonna go for Z. On platform. There we go. Okay, so we see that the feet are flat, and that's most of what I was going for, I think. Let's go through, and we're gonna just go through and generate supports, see how bad it is. I'm gonna select auto supports, and that is not bad at all. That's not gonna be too bad. I think that's gonna end up printing really nice. So I think I'm gonna go through, get the printer set up, and I'll meet you over there. Alright guys, so our print finished, and this is what we've got. Okay, so we've got these supports down here. I'm slightly concerned that taking these off is going to break this, so I'll probably remove this after the video, just in case it doesn't go through. I don't have to scrap the whole video or reprint the whole thing right before I can finish the video. But yeah, so we've got this finished, and I've got some footage showing the iPad actually sitting in there, and it sits in there pretty much perfectly. But yeah, if I was going to change anything about this design, I would definitely make this width here, that little ledge, I'd make that just a hair thicker in this. But overall, I think this turned out great. You know, I'm really hoping that you enjoyed this video. I've got a playlist of this type of projects, so if you feel so inclined, you know, go check that out. And yeah, you know, if you have any suggestions for things you'd like to see me design, things you'd like to see me print, you know, throw some comments down there, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about that. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day.